Really? A whole week went by already? Already? A whole week. It seems like we were just here, doesn't it?
I think I've been sitting here.
Have you been here the whole week?
I have.
Hi, everybody. It's really good to see everybody. Here we are.
No, I feel like it literally feels like we were just sitting here a minute ago.
I know. It really does. Is time flying for everybody like it is for me because it's so crazy?
I always felt that the older you get, the faster it moves.
That's so true. And then I just heard Seth say, you said, what date is it? He said the 22nd. What? That means we have Thanksgiving this week.
We have Thanksgiving this week. We are in the middle of Formula One racing right now.
Oh, you know what? I did not go anywhere down near today. I had to go out, but I didn't go anywhere near the strip because the Formula One races, the trials were what, yesterday?
Well, for the last couple days, but
the race is tomorrow.
No, today.
The race was today or is
Today's
tonight?
now.
We're going zoom now?
Now, as
Wow.
we speak.
Unbelievable.
So-
Yeah, I don't go anywhere near downtown where the races are.
Well, I mean, they just closed down the world, obviously.
Yeah. But anyway, I am very excited to be here, and we have a fun little show tonight.
You see what else I have over here?
What do you have over there?
Look, I have that. So
What's-
for close-ups.
Look at you're getting fancy.
Well, I was just thinking it was time.
Yeah. Well,
we were always coming across the whole room, and it was difficult.
That's true. So what we'll do is, I'm going to just say, is Ryan here? Ryan,
Sure.
make yourself known, please. I want to see you. I want to say something. Boom. Hi, pal. What's going on?
Hi.
It's so good to see you.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, me too. So last night I did a solo show, and I told everybody about our thoughts and plans for the end of April, beginning of May. I just kind of put it out there to see,
You let the cat out of the bag.
I let the cat out of the bag.
Little early.
No, it's really not, because we're going to have to launch in the next couple of weeks for sure. And so I
Our
wanted
plan was before Christmas, so yes, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, no, it is right around the corner, and I think it'll probably be before then, because we have so many good things that are already attached to this, and we haven't even started yet, you and I, really getting the events together. But I'll just go ahead and say this really quick because then we'll get on with the show. But I'm very excited about this because as you know, we've
no one
done.
knows what you're
I know
talking
we've done cruises for the last.
Yeah, but you didn't
Okay,
set
you
any
keep
of that up.
interrupting me now.
No, I just want you to set up what you're saying.
I know how to do this, believe
Okay.
it or not.
All
I've
right.
done this professionally even.
Okay. I have no idea because I didn't know.
That's right.
You didn't set it up for
Yes,
anyone.
that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
So we've been having cruises for the last 2 years, and and though it's really fun and everything, it's just a lot because we have to all find each other on the ship, and it seems like there's never enough time because the ship only wants to give us 45 minutes to an hour at an event, and that's been a very big source of frustration. Though I've really enjoyed them, we have decided that we're going to do the event for 2026 here in Vegas at the house because we have so much space because it's like my Get Your Fire Back, just a ton of space here to have incredible events. And also, we're going to make the show on Saturday instead of a usual show. We've decided we're going to do the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, which I think is just an incredible thing because so many people want to come see it, and
That's the only show?
and that'll be the only show for us
No,
as
but
far
you'll
as
do a show.
Oh, I'll do a show, sure. But 2026 is going to be, the Sphere, a Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, which Ryan has not seen. I just saw it the other night. Oh my gosh. I wanted to wait until I saw it to say this is what we're going to do because could it really be as good as everybody says? Well, it is. it is. And we have an opportunity. I know Ryan's excited. Kyle hasn't seen it. Is Kyle here too? Is Kyle here
Say
tonight?
that again?
Is Kyle here?
Kyle is here.
Oh, Kyle, come on. You haven't seen Wizard of Oz either, friend. Hi, honey. So the Kyle hasn't seen it. Ryan hasn't seen it. I just saw it for the first time, and I'm telling you, we are going to rock the Sphere. So we're looking at end of April or beginning of May for this, right, Ryan? And
That is correct.
yeah, so I kind of want to get, and we'll be putting it on a payment plan. So we're just going to figure out everything, and everything's going to be a the event and then the add-on. You don't have to go to the Sphere. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you've already
what's
seen
happening,
it.
though, is we're going to try to get the owner's booth box.
Yeah, which is
It holds a very limited amount of people,
yeah,
but we'd all be together in a private booth.
right.
So that will sell out to whatever degree. And they have very elaborate food in there, drinks and all of that. So it makes it a lot of fun.
You know what? I've never been in the owner's box, so yeah, I don't know what it's like, but I know it's going to be an experience like I haven't had yet. But Kyle, are you in?
Sorry, I think so. I can't hear you very well, but
Oh, okay.
Now, why can't we hear her?
Now, can you hear me,
I'm not very
Ryan?
sure what you said.
Okay.
We
Well,
wanted to know if you're in.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
he's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm in.
Cool.
I know. All right. Well, I'm super excited, and I just wanted to put it out there because I think it's going to be quite incredible. We're going to be able to have great events here. Everyone will get to see the museum, take pictures with everything, and we'll have events on Saturday. Friday night will be the dinner party, of course, which is always great. Saturday will be
What
event
about if
day.
once a year we did off property and then once a year you do on property?
I don't see why the need to go off property because most people really want to visit Las Vegas, and we have all the room in the world, and we don't have to ask permission to do anything, and that appeals to me in a very big way. And Ryan knows because, when we're working on these things, that's always the hardest part is that they only give us
struggle dealing with the with the ships
People
in particular.
don't see that.
People,
Right,
no,
but-
our
but
people
trust
don't
us,
see that, but it's
it's
very
difficult.
stressful for us because we don't think it's enough time, and to spend with the people, and they can't give us any more time. So we just thought we're just going to do it here. Everybody wants to see the museum anyway. Everybody
and so
wants
we're
to
going to have the cruise
experience.
ship people here also, or just our people?
Yeah, no,
I
the-
meant,
Oh
so
no,
it feels
What
it's
do
a
you-
joke. It's
that's a joke. I think
joke.
I got
Jeez,
that one. No, we don't have we just have our peoples. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this as in the next week or so, and I'm gonna try to get some ideas about because you can only have so many people. That's the thing. So we're gonna make it so people can make payments like they did on the cruise.
Well, also it's a question of how many people to where you maintain the proper intimacy for the people that are.
oh
there.
yeah, I would
So
never.
you gotta-
Anytime I do
I
something
think we
here,
hit the wall. How many people do we have on the cruise last time, Ryan?
it wasn't bad.
We
60.
might have had 50 or 60, but
yeah.
we wouldn't be able to do that at the house.
No, I think 40 will be the max, if that, at the house.
35, 40
Thir-
is a good sweet spot.
That's the max, and because that would give us all nice intimate time to take proper professional photographs.
Oh, and the
have
other
all
thing,
the
and the
thing.
other thing we were going to do, if you remember, we talked about this, was we'd all watch a movie together.
We'd all watch a movie together, and then because we have all the facilities
Well, I mean,
here.
if you think about what we did,
And
even-
then
we did
talk
that
about it
obviously on the
afterwards.
cruise ship,
Yeah.
except we had this giant theater and not intimate. Here we can do it in the actually better quality, better sound, and then and do a better Q&A and maybe have items.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't even let us bring our stuff.
I know.
keep forgetting about that.
I really did kind
we
of.
couldn't bring the Star Wars stuff with us. Only
I
a
just
couple
don't think
items.
I would have another event on a ship. It's too much out of our control. Ryan and I like to control the situation, and we had to let go. That was hard. So anyway, that's all I want to say.
Sucking.
Yeah,
It just took it right out. It just
yeah,
took it all right out.
it really did. It just drained us. It was so true. But you know what? This time it's all in our hands, and
Now
we
look
can.
over here. We have a new camera for you guys.
What do we? Who?
We have a new camera. This is going to be a camera that we're going to be trying tonight only, which is the close-up camera. See, I didn't go to close-up, sorry. Did you switch it away from me? Don't switch it, Buck. I had it on there and then he switched it away. This camera. Okay, so look, so you can, instead of trying to do this from across the room, we're going to be able to, I mean, look at the detail of that, Kat.
We're just getting stealth,
No, but it.
Look at that.
Well, but when we're showing things.
Wait a minute. Who's adjusting the lens right now?
Well, I am, and it's automatic too. It tracks.
Oh, that's really
Now there's
great.
a delay. You see when I talk,
Yep.
there's a slight delay.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is it's a better close-up camera when we want to show stuff. So that is why. Now you can take control, Buck. That is why I went to that.
Yes. All right, so let's get on with the show. I just wanted to put all that out there because I'm very excited about it. Just such an incredible opportunity and a great weekend to do exactly how we wanted it, how we always envisioned it, how, and I'm very excited about that. Also because I get to spend more time with the peoples. I do. So, without further ado,
We have a video.
we do. Are we starting with a video?
Well, why don't you guys tell everybody what you did this week?
What did we do this week? I went to see The Wizard of Oz.
And what else is in the sphere that we brought there?
The sphere, the slippers? The ruby red slippers, yes, they'll be in the sphere. When everybody comes, they'll see that.
That's part of our show tonight, is talking about all of that.
Oh, yeah, but we're not doing that until the end because there's a clip, right?
No, we have clips right from the beginning, shows everything.
Not from Wizard.
We have all kinds of clips, yes. See? Here.
Okay, but I thought we'd talk about The Wizard of Oz when we get to the clips. Right?
First clip.
Okay.
First clip.
That's right. Does
don't
that
know.
make more sense?
The first clip.
Yeah.
Well, I'll intro. Hello everybody. I'm Norma Desmond reporting to you live from cold Las Vegas. For those of you who don't know, Todd's mom's ruby slippers are on display at the Sphere, as well as a green Ozian suit from Debbie's collection, and we have quite a few other really cool paper products on there. In their VIP lounge area. So this video that we're about to show is actually something that Todd, myself, and Dusty Epson put together with Debbie talking about the slippers in the collection. So without further ado, here we go.
Todd, you want to switch?
Buck's there. Hit it.
Okay.
Hit it, Buck.
Hi, I'm Debbie Reynolds. My lifetime dream has been to assemble and preserve the history of the Hollywood film industry. Hollywood has been an enormous part of my life, as I know it has been for countless of fans all over the world. My collection comes from all the great movie studios, and when I heard that the owners of these studios were about to sell off all of their classic costumes, including everything from Cleopatra and Hello Dolly and Sound of Music, even Marilyn Monroe's famous halter dress from the 7-Year Itch. I really couldn't stand the thought of these collections being broken up and sold. Now, I became determined that a Hollywood museum should be established. And people said, Debbie, you're crazy. Well, that was the wrong thing to say to me. I went to auction after auction, and I bought as much as I could. It was a dream of mine. Yes, these are the ruby red slippers and gingham dress that were worn by Judy Garland in the first 2 weeks of production for The Wizard of Oz, both designed by Adrian. They look different to you because they are. There were many problems with the production. The director was replaced. Buddy Ebsen got poisoned with the silver paint, the Tin Man. So the director decided on a new look for the slippers and the dress. So these were removed from production and replaced with what you're familiar today. Aren't they beautiful? We're off to see the wizard.
There you go.
I love it. I love anytime I get to see her. And although she was so not feeling well
At that
very
last shot, yeah.
last shot, yeah. And she had taken a fall, so she had,
Covered up the bruise.
bruises. And she, so it's like, oh man, that was a rough.
But it was only
that was
that
a
very
rough
last
tumble.
shot. The rest of those shots were, stuff out of the archives.
Right.
That was that little piece is on display with the slippers at the Oz exhibit.
Yep.
And it's sitting off to the side so people can see it has subtitles, and because there's a lot of competitive noise. So when we do go see the show, you saw it there, but you didn't stand there and watch the video.
No, but I knew
You
what
saw
the
it there.
video was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did stand there for a minute and watch it, but we were getting ushered out quickly because we got there late. and I had to eat because my blood sugar was like, pull up, and so I ate so fast, and then we ran into the theater. What a great night. Oh my gosh, it's just so great.
Well, we have footage of you and Don Miguel
I know.
in the exhibit. Did you pull those clips?
I think they're up. When are they up? Yeah, because I think we have another
we
one
can talk
before
about
that.
the ruby slippers. We just keep going back to the show. But
Yeah.
No, we have both clips. We have the one that's a little discussion on the slippers itself with my mother talking about it, etc.
Well, let's do that one.
Okay.
Okay.
So so we were approached by the Sphere. We knew that was going in there. They originally were going to do a big museum, like a Wizard of Oz museum, and they wanted a lot of different things. But they were so swamped with everything they were doing, they really never got it together. And then last minute, we pretty much could just give them the slippers and a costume and a couple other things.
Right.
So that's what's there now. But we were planning a bigger exhibit. We do have a lot more things to get our hands on here, everything from the camera crane on down. But let's go ahead and run the clip that we did. This is what we'll call the slippers clip, right? All right, so we're going to run a clip about the slippers. I hope you like this. This is really cool. Now, we have sound problems.
In the land of Oz, there was just one pair of magic shoes. But in Hollywood,
as a rule, we had 2 costumes made. When we did a dance number, there was always 2 costumes made.
the reason was simple to any Hollywood insider. If an important costume was damaged during production, they couldn't stop filming until a new costume was made. They had to have extras. Such was the case with Judy Garland's ruby slippers. 1970 was a peculiar year in Hollywood history. The original movie moguls were fading from the scene, being replaced by men from Wall Street. At Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, it wasn't just a corporate takeover, it was a raid. That year, the entire studio was sold to a reclusive financier named Kirk Kerkorian. He immediately cashed out, selling studio property to finance a new casino in Las Vegas. The wholesale liquidation was highlighted by a lucrative land sale, which included MGM's storied back lots, studio lots 2, 3, 4, and 5. The land was worth a fortune, but the contents of the land, the physical property stored on the back lots, was seriously undervalued. This was MGM's closet. To Louis B. Mayer, it was the world's largest movie-making warehouse, a veritable treasure chest of antiques, artwork, machinery, and costumes. But to Wall Street, it was nothing but a burden of storage and maintenance. It was junk. Kerkorian could have kept some of the historic memorabilia to display in his casino, but instead, he sold everything to an auctioneer named David Weiss for a mere $1.5 million. There were cars, trains, airplanes, tanks, and the full-sized paddle wheeler from Showboat. Costumes alone filled 7 buildings, over 350,000 separate items. The auctioneer was overwhelmed by the sheer volume of material, but he recognized the celebrity value connected to some of the items. So he decided to hold a glamorous, well-publicized star auction. Afterwards, he presided over the largest and saddest garage sale Hollywood has ever known.
It was so sad, and it was so ridiculous, and so narrow-minded, and just stupid is the word. And I've never forgotten it, and I've never gotten over it, and I'm even still angry about it.
The MGM auction of May 1970 was like an 18-day wake for Hollywood.
I sobbed every day uncontrollably. I was like this having a breakdown person. People just would look and go, what is the matter with her?
The auction officially began on May 1st and culminated with the Star Wardrobe Sale on May 17th. It was a magnificent production in itself. Debbie Reynolds was there for every minute of it, checkbook in hand. Her goal was to preserve as much of Hollywood's history as she could before the studio threw it all away.
I was every day at auction for 3 to 4 weeks, as long as it went. I wasn't into buying the rose bushes and all of the lamp posts, and I couldn't really buy the airplanes. I did buy cars, and I did buy sets, which means the furniture from a picture and the costumes, so I could recreate a famous scene from every famous motion picture that had won an Academy Award from MGM.
After the MGM auction, the mystery of the ruby slippers began to grow. People began to wonder how many pairs actually existed. Only one man ever knew. His name was Kent Warner. He was a Hollywood costumer who was very bright and talented, with a keen understanding of movie history. Like Debbie Reynolds, Kent Warner witnessed the wholesale trashing of Hollywood's most important costumes and props during the 1960s and 70s. He watched the big studios throw everything away, and he did something about it. His friends called him Lana Lift, but he became better known as Hollywood's Robin Hood. Because of his clandestine actions, many Hollywood treasures were saved from destruction.
He knew the things that were so wonderful and so memorabilia, so in our minds that he would knew everyone would want to preserve, and he knew he could trust me to do that.
More than anything, Kent Warner hoped that one day he might be able to find and rescue Judy Garland's ruby slippers. The day came in 1970 when Kent Warner hired on at MGM to help prepare the costume inventory for auction and liquidation.
He worked there. He worked for free. They gave him costumes instead of money. They paid him a little bit of money, and they let him pick what he wanted. He was just smart enough to work there. I would have worked there for free.
On April 25, 1984, Kent Warner died of complications caused by the acquired immune deficiency syndrome. He was 41 years old.
The people that still own things that I know they own or in their closets at home, I beg them, really, let the public see them and have them. It's many years. Shouldn't keep them to yourself.
Okay.
Wow, that is sad. 41. He was so young. You know?
Well, he was actually the only one that I ever met there that had, you know, I guess you'd say sort of pure motives. Because don't forget the other people that were running around. I mentioned John LeBeau, for example. You know, there are a few others that are well known that were there. You know, and their interests were very self-oriented. And now Kent did end up with a pair of the slippers. In fact, he had the close-up pair and sold them at some point.
Yeah.
But you know, he showed me several pairs. He's the one who got the Arabian slippers and sold them to my mom outside of the auction. He was, you know, so he was responsible. As she said there in the documentary, he trusted her to do it. So so if something required money, you come to her, but also just knowing that she would hold on to it. You know, and here we are still holding on to it. So
he would be in his mid-80s. Think about that.
He would possibly be around. I mean, look, the guy, he you know, the stuff was stashed everywhere. The lot was huge. You heard how many warehouses?
Yeah.
I mean, there were buildings just filled with military costumes, huge buildings as far as you could see. So how do you find like the important, and they were mixed in there would be Humphrey Bogart or Cary Grant or something, you know, so it's not so easy. The slippers were actually found on the back lot. They weren't even in the wardrobe department. They were stashed in a building that didn't even have lighting. Some of the slippers were found there. The studio had actually given a pair away in a contest.
My gosh,
So-
amazing.
Right. So I have seen up to serial number 7. And the studio doesn't label costumes with numbers like that unless they really have that a reason to. So for an example, if this is going to get wet, they're going to say Todd Fisher, such and such a production, and this will be 1, and they'll make another one, it'll say 2, you know, and then my stunt double. So this is why my mother did not buy the pair at the auction. My mother, I'll tell you, people don't know this, that pair they're running around with in there, people always say, why didn't your mother buy the ones at the auction? What happened? Because she went over and tried them on and they didn't fit, which means they were the doubles shoes. My mother was like, no, these are her stand-in shoes, not Judy's shoes. So even though these are worn and they're a good pair of slippers, they're not what I want. So this is why she held out.
So Toto Marley, who's one of our people tonight, and a lot. Hi, Toto. Toto, get it?
No.
But anyway, he said that Kent sold them to Michael Shaw.
Well, the first pair were purchased by Michael Shaw at the auction. Michael Shaw sold his. The ones that Kent Warner saved were actually sold at an auction and then resold later.
Yeah.
So the way you could allegedly tell the difference between the danced-in shoes and the non-danced-in shoes is there were some like insert pads in the shoes. The way there's inserts in here. So there was actually a pad in those shoes, and the close-ups didn't have it because there would have been nobody dancing them. That was the theory anyway. His were in the best shape of all of them. I remember him. Now at the time when I saw this, I was a teenager. You probably have seen that picture of me running around with my mom here. I was there every day with her. I mean, actually, I welcomed it in those days because it was a e-ticket out of school.
Yeah.
So neither Carrie or I had to go to school because we could go to the MGM auction. So, but yeah, it was bittersweet though. I mean, we all could feel the pain, particularly coming from my mother. But yeah, the answer is that the slippers that were sold, I mean, Shaw bought the ones that you see him holding there, at the auction. But those my mother claimed. Now, how would I know that? Well, I mean, because she had the other pair on and they fit. So if those pair are too big, if somebody's, you'd have to get to the conclusion of what my mother's saying. But, you think about it like this. There's nobody alive, including Kent, that was alive at the time when this is being made, right?
Right.
So my mother had at this time direct access to Judy and everything else. And so a lot of discussion was going on. So I still contend that my mother knows more about this, or did, than anybody. Kent Warner knew more about where all of them were, though, because he was stashing them away. I mean, he at one point, he had 3 pairs. So, and if you count the lady who they gave a pair to, that would be 4. And then the ones that were sold to Shaw at the auction, that was 5. But there's numbers that go up to 7.
Yeah.
I've never seen more than 3 in one place. And it was only during the MGM auction era that I saw that. Actually, it's not true because it's 7 plus the Arabians.
Yeah.
So there are really 8 ruby slippers.
But that's not really surprising to me because they're pretty delicate.
If you
they're
watch the
they're
scene,
sequenced,
were you
so
watching the
they're not.
scene?
Yeah.
It's like when they dance up the Yellow Brick
Oh,
Road.
yeah.
She's doing a crisscross
Yes.
step, and you're smashing your heel and
Oh,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah.
And if you look at the back of the slippers that are on display, say it's Smithsonian or whatever, they're all frayed. The silk is shredded, and that would make sense, not only because of the age, but if they were danced in heavily, they would have been beaten up, and then they would not hold up as well.
Right. Well, so that's what I mean. It doesn't surprise me there were that many to get through a filming of a movie that was I saw the movie and people are asking, they know that parts were cut out, what numbers were cut out. If I were king of the forest, that one.
Now that's too bad because Bert Lahr is unbelievable. But I'll tell you honestly,
I didn't miss any.
Exactly.
I didn't miss any of it.
Exactly.
This is an incredible ride, is what I like to call it. It's such an experience. But I always want things not to be too long. That's my big thing, is to sit in a seat for a super long time. When it was over, I was like, I can't even think about what wasn't in there. It didn't, but I think we're out of the woods, we're out of the thing. That was out of it, right?
No, well, it was shortened. A lot of it was condensed. Yeah, because that was in there.
Okay.
But it was a lot of it. But it's like you said, that's what I felt too. It's like, you go to Disney World to go on the rides. You know what Mickey Mouse is, but then you go on a ride. It's like, it's a it's like you're in The Wizard of Oz. It's a live version.
You
of
are
it.
in the movie. That's a really
that's
good way to
put
say it,
I-
because that's
people
exactly
wanted me to
right.
chop it out technically, and even though I do see technical things, I don't care. I
didn't
enjoyed
care
the
either.
experience so much that any technical things that I saw, I'm just overlooking it. I mean, there's certain AI artifacts and certain, imaging artifacts that I can see, but it's such an amazing experience that I don't care.
Not only that, it's so well done, and if you're going to go sit at an experience like this and then look for something to chop out, meaning to pick it apart, then it's you.
Well, I could give you
That's
one
what
thing
I
that
say.
is
It's not the
one
movie.
thing that's hard to swallow. It is expensive.
It is, but
Compared to
you're
what?
never going to see it anywhere like that.
Right. I mean, the cost to put on the show
Is
a lot of money.
enormous,
But I will
yes.
just say that, like, you can get a seat in the $150 range. To me, the best seats, that's the cheap seats, I think are in the 300s.
Yeah.
Those are a lot less money, and they're actually, to me, better. We were in the 200s near the box seat area.
When you say 200s and 300s, you're not talking about money, you're talking about the section.
Right. Section 206 is where we were, which is dead center, front row.
Yeah.
And actually, we were so front row that we got shielded from a lot of the blast of the
You know
wind.
what? And I wanted to experience.
You would have got hit harder if you were. We were.
You were
the-
behind the protective glass.
I was
There's a
behind.
wall
There was a
there.
wall.
Yes.
We were in the, and so the tornado started, and I certainly felt it, but it wasn't like people say because we had the wall in front
Well,
of us.
if you noticed when you see the footage, you'll see I show her sitting, and you'll notice the other row is empty because they charge extra money to be at that front row. I personally would rather be back.
Yeah.
I would rather be in the 305, 306 section, and I would rather be back a few rows so I don't get shielded.
I loved
it's
it.
fun. I mean, everything you see and experience is part of it, and it's fun.
Well, there's, when people say, "Do you think I should come to Vegas to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere?" Now I can say, absolutely, it's
Let me put
worth
it
the
this way.
trip. It's worth what
If
it
somebody
costs.
would come here to watch a bunch of cars drive around a track that you could watch on TV for free
In a better spot. You could see everything.
and not freeze your ass off in the rain,
Exactly.
I just don't. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Do we have that footage of Kat and
we
everybody?
do. We do.
All right, so
We're
we have-
ready.
we have
Here we
Kat-
go. Let's go. We're off to see the wizard.
This is Kat's
Would you like
experience.
to explain who you were with while you were
Oh,
there?
okay. So I waited to see it. I waited so long to see it because I wanted to take Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the Four Agreements, and he's my beautiful friend, and I wanted to take he and Barbara to see it. And so I waited till all these weeks after I got
Barbara's
home.
his wife.
Yes, and it was just so wonderful to be able to share this experience with them. And Todd decided to come, and so we were on a double date, and it was really fun. It was just really awesome. So you'll see Don Miguel, and they loved it. It was awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So, Don Miguel Ruiz, who I call Honey, because he's my honey, after my honey, right?
Right. My dear lovely sister.
Aww. And you know what I love? That we're doing this together. I love that. We're going to see, we're off to see the wizard, right?
And everybody tell me about the winds. I don't like
He's wearing a hat, and I warned him that I heard that it gets windy.
Just hold on.
So you hold on to your hat, so to
better
speak.
take it off and feel the air on my head.
That's right, exactly.
It's more than air. It's intense.
Now, honey, did you see the ruby slippers at our house, or is this the first time you have
No,
seen them?
I saw it here.
You saw them here.
I saw it in the house.
At the house.
Now I saw it here.
Okay, because we're going to see it.
You didn't see the costume though, because that wasn't on display.
I haven't seen the costume.
There's the Ozmite costumes from the Emerald City.
They look so pretty in there. They look good for their age. Right?
How about this? See, that's from the Emerald City.
When's the first time you saw this movie in your life?
Maybe in the 60s.
The 60s? Isn't that bad since it came out in 1936, was it?
Yep.
1939, yeah. Okay. Now, Were Ozmites little people?
They're the people that are in Oz, in the Emerald City.
Were they played by regular size folks or
Yeah,
little
mixture.
people?
No, they're not the Munchkins.
Yeah, because it looks big, for that.
Yeah, no, they're full size.
All right. I would love to read the book. I wonder if you could.
These are all different books.
Emerald City.
Yeah. Yep. I'm so happy I get to do this with you
Oh, it's a pleasure, like always.
because we're just kids, right? We're little kids. All right, we're off to see the wizard.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. That's at the very end there.
I miss the mama. When I see her, it makes me miss her. No, I'm just so excited. It's like so. I've been home for 7 weeks. Do you know I've waited 7 weeks? I waited because I wanted my friends to be with me.
You know what? It's true. I gave her lots of opportunities
Yeah.
to not do this.
I didn't want
She said,
to.
"I'm not
I
doing it
wanted
without you guys."
because I wanted the first time to be with you. I'm just to make sure that Seth put the babies away, so that I can relax because they're on my mind all the time. So I'm just texting Seth to say, "Are the babies put away?" And I'm so excited.
Okay.
No problem.
I'm gonna turn. This is crazy. These people that are up on the screen ever imagined
Never.
that something? Think about how different the world is since 1939, and they never imagined their names would be up here. To the young at heart. I had to bite the inside of my cheek not to weep at the end. It was so good. I don't know how anyone could say anything else about this. You hold that. There you go. All right, so I'd like to know, what did you think?
Well, I think that they can start putting all the classic movies one by one here. It's a great experience, definitely.
Isn't it? But, I don't know about you, but I saw so many things I never remembered about this movie.
Well, this was a long time ago, and it's a classic movie.
It is, but oh my gosh, I just noticed things that I never noticed. Even story things, it was fantastic.
And very clever.
Yeah.
Like the year that they filmed it, oh my God.
I
It's a
know.
classic.
Yes, it is. And did you see how many people worked on it after over 100?
Yes.
Boy, there had to be hundreds.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of names up there.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
All righty. There you have it.
Oh, I met somebody right after the movie that night, Frankie, and we don't have any of that on tape, do we? Not the whole thing, so it was. Yeah, well, we have to show that next week because it was the most precious thing, and Todd just happened to get some of it on
I ran into a guy too. Remember, the guy goes, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, how did you like the show?" And I said, "Oh, I loved it." I said, "This is my third time." He goes, "Third time? Why have you seen it so many times?" So he's drilling down. Finally, I say, "Okay, here's why." And he's like, "Oh my God, come down here!" And he brings his friends down, photo op. And then while that was going on, you had run into a huge fan.
Yes, and he was there from Illinois, like the Chicago area, I think, and he was there, kind of like on a he called it a healing trip because he lost his dad this year, and that was really rough on him, and so he was on a healing trip, and I said, well, you have run into the right girl because I want to be part of that, and yeah, he was just adorable. But the story about how we met, I'll save it for the tape because it's so rare you ever actually have the opportunity to have a moment like that recorded, and I want to send it to him too. So,
Sure.
but he's
Well,
here
I
tonight in the
recorded,
audience, so I wanted to
I
say
did
hi.
record stuff out. It's just a lot of people, a lot of noise, right? Yeah, a lot of competition.
But not bad. It's definitely usable. So yes, I hope that you guys got a feel for what, you can't even that doesn't come close to how it
Well,
feels when
first
you're
of all,
actually
I can't
there.
just sit there filming the whole thing also.
Yeah.
As it is, we pushed beyond the
No,
envelope.
but what I'm saying is that it gives them a good sense of the scope of it. But
Well, I
it
was
really
hoping
does.
to keep
It isn't
like a tease. I
Yeah.
didn't want to give away. You got probably as much as you could possibly get in there.
Oh, it was great. Just great, and I love that. Don Miguel and Barbara got to see it with us, and it was just a really great experience. I can't wait to share it with Ryan and Kyle and everybody that comes here for the event next year. So it'll be great.
Are we doing show and tell? What are we doing? Well, I don't know. What was next on the
That's
agenda?
it. We're done.
Show and tell is next.
Show and tell.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all in order because
That's
it's
what
the
I
same
mean. Whatever
subject.
you'd like to do.
Let me see here.
We don't have any more videos though, so we can go on to yeah.
Well,
yeah, we
so
do
what
or
I,
don't. No.
What I brought just for fun, or Seth put it out here for us, is we have the original set of little auction catalogs. So I'm going to zoom in here. I have my little catalog, and I have a little, see, I got Kat on camera there. There she is. But I can bring it over here. Okay, so I'm going to put it near me so we can show, go to the close-up camera.
Well, doesn't that make life easier?
Yes, indeedy.
Okay.
So this is one of the catalogs.
You mean the original
This
catalog?
is the real catalog
Yeah,
from
wow.
David Weiss.
Wow.
These are not easy to come by, as you can imagine. And compared to today's catalogs, these are nothing. Because if you'll notice inside, it's just line after line after line of items. I do have my mother's set of these books that are all marked up. But just, like, which one is with this? This was, usually it says which one this is. The gold one is that each color had to do with some, these were the costumes. Oh, no, it doesn't say that. So which one of these actually like says costumes on, there it is down there. Okay, miniatures and weaponry. And then this one says, see now that one says lot 3 and 5. So this would have had the airplanes and the boat and the showboat. And then lot 2. And then here is the big deal right here. This was the whole deal. This was the Star's wardrobe. And so in the Star wardrobe, of course.
Look how it's so rudimentary.
It's very, and look inside. It's nothing.
Yeah, there's no pictures.
So as you,
there's
no. And in fact, if you're looking, well, first of all, there's no internet bidding. You could do phone bidding if you knew what you wanted. But like, I mean, here's like Judy Garland, the Harvey Girls, just in passing, lot W345. Another Easter parade, Judy Garland. Here's Debbie's gown, Unsinkable Molly Brown. Let me see if I can let you see that. Oops. We're going to zoom in here. Does that one, can you read it or am I crazy? There it is. Can you read, is the Debbie? Yeah, it's there right there. 404 prink chiffon beaded Morton Hack outfit, Debbie Reynolds, Unsinkable Mom, Molly Brown, Katherine Grayson. Again, though, no rhyme and reason. You go from three little words, from Diane, from Showboat, Debbie, Maiden. I mean, what in the heck? It's crazy the way they handled this. It was so unprofessional by any known standards. It was a free-for-all. And my mom was panicking, that everything was just being lost to the ages, and much of it was. So her fears were real. Now, there were other people there that were collecting, but probably, out of their own passion, what they loved. I've told different stories about this over the years here, but it's a very personal thing when an individual collects a certain movie or a star and they get one or two things, but that breaks up the whole collection the way my mom saw it. She was trying to collect all the costumes from some of these great films to recreate the entire ensemble or the whole cast, if not the entire scene.
Yeah.
So that was quite a lofty goal.
I think she
did
got
it.
pretty close, if
Oh,
not there.
Oh yeah, she got it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys look at her catalogs, you could see in there, we tried to do things sequentially by movie, by year. You can't just jump around. I mean, there's costumes there that are 30, 40 years apart. It's just like bam, bam, bam. I mean, I don't know what they were.
I was really impressed because she had costumes from every Academy Award nominated or winning since the 20s or 30s,
Well, the
right?
Academy began in the 30s, and she started before that, of course, because the Academy was not the beginning of movies. I know they'd like to think that, but there were other people making movies long before that. So my mother's collection began with Rudolph Valentino, Chaplin,
Yes.
Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks. She had films, The Taming of the Shrew, silent film stuff. Everybody's like, Debbie, nobody cares about this. But here was her response to that. She goes, well, this is where it all began. This is our history. Also, they're so fabulous. These costumes were unbelievable. These were not cheesy costumes.
They were made.
Well, I mean, they were just spectacular, made from fabrics that they traveled over Europe to recreate. I'd love to show the Mutiny on the Bounty collection because we at one point had all three Mutiny on the Bounties. We had the original one with Clark Gable and Charles Lawton, and then we had the Marlon Brando, Trevor Howard, and then later we had Mel Gibson with Anthony Hopkins. And I used to put the three of those costumes next to each other, and by the time you get to the Bounty with Anthony Hopkins and Mel Gibson, it looks like a Halloween costume. I mean, it's just
Because
a
they
joke.
didn't make them like they used to.
I mean, it's not even a fair comparison.
Yeah.
It's like a whole nother art form, if you want to call it that.
Right. I think most costumes, unless they're period pieces, are bought at stores. They in the old days they made everybody's costume, all the stars.
I watched a movie recently. It's a series. It's an abbreviated series. And was it the Benjamin Franklin one that I was watching?
Yes.
So there's a story on about Franklin, and they went starring Michael Douglas, and I don't think there's any other major stars in it, but they went to France and filmed all around Versailles and all these great palaces around France, and the costumes are unbelievable. It's Academy Award winning material. I don't think they're up for Academy Awards, but if you love costuming, you got to watch it. I mean, it's a little dull if you don't love Benjamin Franklin and his history, but he has a very interesting history. It was a little more sordid, by the way, than they portrayed it even. He was a bit of a lover and lived in Paris and all
I
of
couldn't get into it because Michael Douglas was too big a star and the voice so recognizable that I couldn't buy him as Benjamin Franklin.
He did a great job. Not that I ever do.
Well, he's a
Ben.
wonderful actor, but it's just I just couldn't get past it.
It's pretty remarkable what he did. If you look at it, it's worth looking at. By the
Yeah.
way, honestly, I watched the whole thing, and the sets are not sets. I mean, they went to Versailles. They went to these palaces where this stuff happened. They went to the house where he really lived. And all of these things, these wonderful places are still furnished with this opulent, Louis XIV furniture. It's phenomenal. But the costuming, like I said, I have not seen costume like this in a movie in decades.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. They're as good as
Do you
Marie
remember
Antoinette.
what channel that was on? Was it Netflix?
I don't recall, but it won't be hard to find. Franklin, Michael Douglas.
We've been on such a true crime documentary rampage.
You have. I roll along with you.
Well, I figure I watch enough war movies that I have banked up some
You're allowed
goodwill.
to say that in reverse.
You won't watch chick flicks with me, and you don't really care much for documentaries.
That's not true.
Unless it's something that you're very interested in, which is the way documentaries
okay, now
roll.
let's narrow it down.
Okay. I
not
love
b-
true crime documentaries
Okay, I'm not big
too.
on ghosts and all of that
Right.
because the reality is, as much as I've seen of that, it's all BS. I've seen absolutely nothing of relevance. I have seen nothing definitive. I have seen nothing that cannot be explained properly.
Wait a minute.
Nothing.
In our hotel room in West Virginia.
I have a personal experience
Yeah.
that's different, but what we've seen on TV, and movies, so those things
I
generally
don't think we've
interest
seen
me.
any documentaries about ghosts, but
Oh, yes, we have. But we've also seen some, reenacted things. That stuff eludes me because I just don't find it based in any form of reality. I love documentaries, especially when you have a great like.
I love
We
documentaries.
watched.
I love them.
We watched one the other. Well, one there was
the Cecil Hotel, and that's
that was good.
that. But if you haven't seen that, I think that's on Netflix.
It's very long, but
And
of course
the
Ron
hotel,
Howard and
it's 6 episodes that Ron Howard
produced.
produced it. It's very good. It's it's a crazy true story that I remember really well.
I mean, I have to admit that I was, that's not something I would have necessarily stayed with it because they want you to think. I'm not going to blow it I'm not going to blow it for you if you haven't seen it, but they really do try to make it into a giant mystery of which it's not overly
Well,
mysterious.
but it's only not mysterious because we went through all the how could have this
Like 4
how could this
hours.
have happened?
Yeah, well,
But it was
and
wor-
that's
I
why
thought it was
I
great.
rolled with it. I mean, I liked it. I do like that. I mean, I'm more of a Herzog documentary guy, or I mean, I have to admit, like some documentaries are not documentaries. I used to tease Michael Moore that he makes opiniontries,
Right.
not documentaries. I
Right.
mean, documentary means documented evidence being presented in a non-biased fashion.
Yeah.
You let the penguins get eaten, even though it's gruesome. We need to see what happens. We don't interfere. Whereas a lot of documentarians will go in there and make things based on their opinion. They will skew information. They will not interview people properly. Very typical of journalism today. So you need to, if you're going to make a documentary, it's very important to cover it in a very detailed, biased and non-biased way where you really show both sides, all sides of the story, 5 sides if necessary.
Well, apparently some of our people have seen that documentary about the Cecil Hotel, and if you haven't, and if you have Netflix, you should watch it because
was
it's
cool.
It's very interesting, but it also makes you realize, that you have to be super aware of your surroundings. You have to always, like, do your homework.
Well, I mean,
because no
God.
one that's
When
there.
you roll up in the cab and you go through tents and homeless people and you can barely get out of your car stepping over the needles, you may want to say, driver, can we move on down to the next part of town? Because this ain't happening.
Yeah,
no, you have to. Look, I'll tell you one thing I loved about the film.
Okay.
They had some really cool historical footage of the place back in the 20s when it was built.
Yeah.
And it was a palace.
Yeah.
And it was in downtown when downtown was beautiful. And downtown was like a bustling metropolitan, like a New York or a Chicago downtown. It was really something. It became Skid Row.
Yeah.
I mean, literally downtown where the Cecil now is, it's in Skid Row. That's the reality. And that's too bad because that building is as beautiful as any. The Beverly Wilshire?
Yes.
So it's as nice as the Beverly Wilshire.
Well, let's just
Not the rooms,
roll it
the
back.
lobby. It was as
Ooh,
nice.
pull back for a second
It was
here.
as nice.
But the lobby and all of that architecture is still grand and beautiful.
1920s, 30s, deco.
And then
Nouveau.
people would
It's
go up to their
beautiful.
rooms and wonder why it was only $70 a night.
And you don't have a shower.
And you don't have a shower.
Communal bathrooms.
And it was just, the rooms are just gross. You know what I mean? They're tiny.
Did you hear that? There's a guy who explains his room. It's pretty funny. He says, we got the lobby. We were kind of, impressed when we came in. Ooh, this is nice. And then we got in the elevator. It was a little funky. We got in the hallway. We were like, oh, man, this is not really nice. But maybe the rooms are cool. Open up the door. It's like, and they took their first step in and said his
Foot
was
stuck
sticking
stuck
to the carpet.
carpet.
It was so dirty
Yeah.
that your foot was sticking to the
That-
carpet. Now
that
that is a
is
very
gross.
graphic.
Yeah.
That is as accurate as the penguins getting eaten by
And they
the
were
sharks.
thinking, well, we're only going to be in our room to sleep.
Oh,
but you know what?
I would
what
be so in the cab.
but so many horrible things.
Taxi!
So many terrible
Taxi!
things have happened at that hotel. So many terrible things that it's just hard to believe. And of course, this documentary is about the
One
last
major
horrible
event,
thing, yeah, that happened there before. It's not open to the public anymore. It's a what do you call it when the government takes over a building
Well,
and
what happened is during the pandemic era and otherwise, the government started allowing low-cost housing to
Yeah.
be in there, and they subsidized the housing. So all of a sudden, and I don't know how they got into the we'll call it the queue for that, but pretty soon they started taking over the hotel.
Yeah.
So the hotel became inhabited on many floors just by homeless people or people that were on programs,
Or
government
mentally ill,
subsidy
yeah.
program, and literally the hotel was filled with drug addicts and other things. And
serial killers. Richard Ramirez
well,
stayed
there was
there.
one guy. Well,
Oh
yeah,
no,
you're
there
right.
were others.
Yeah, so the point is, the new owners bought the place, so spent quite a bit of money on it, and they realized they couldn't evict these people.
Yeah.
So they only could open up a few floors. The rest of the hotel was going to remain
What a
permanently
nightmare.
inhabited.
Oh, what a
Well, I mean,
nightmare.
you know, it brings up interesting questions about property rights. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, if truly we live in a free society where you have individual property rights, then you really shouldn't be able to tell me what I can and can't do with my property. I just bought this property. I want to change it. Now there are zoning rules that we have that you would apply to, and this wasn't violating the zoning rules. It had just been turned into something else, and apparently they didn't do their due diligence because they got shafted.
Right.
They really got stuck with that.
Well, someone was
Oh, by the way, here's your permanent residency. Let's line everybody up front here. And half of the people couldn't even get out of their rooms.
I know. Well, anyway, it's a very cool and documentary about a very mysterious place, and so I say go for it and see it if you have Netflix.
And now,
It's time to
I
give
have
stuff
a
away.
question before we go.
Oh,
People
okay.
are asking about that portrait of Judy down there.
Oh, people are asking about. Oh, you went to the
I
wide
love
shot.
that.
Yeah, let's. Well, I can do the close-up camera on that too. So this is. Heck, let me.
Well,
I'll-
it was.
I'm going to move the camera.
Wait, no,
Buck,
wait.
so-
Keep it and go to the shot before that shot right there.
No,
you
no,
can
I've-
see it. Look how pretty it is.
Okay, what I'm going to bring in. I have this though.
It's perfect right there.
But I have the camera that's going to give us.
a closer shot.
Go to close-up camera.
Yeah.
Buck, close-up camera. Buck, close-up camera.
There it is.
Okay, so this
Wow.
painting was given to my mother by Judy, and she just loved it. It's an oil painting, and it says something on the back here. I guess that's just who framed it, so it doesn't say anything important. But it's a you know, this is what she did more than anything was live performed, and it's a spectacular painting. This hangs in my mom's room here in Vegas. We pulled it out for this, but my mother just loved it because it's kind of catching her just belting. She's probably singing like Over the Rainbow and making everybody cry right here with the hand gestures and everything else. So it just captures a lot of emotion. It's a beautiful piece. So one of my mom's prized Judy possessions. You can cut. There you go. So
That is a gorgeous picture.
so
I've
somebody
always
noticed
loved
that
it.
sitting there and was like, what is that?
Actually, a few people did.
I had forgot it was sitting there. You asked if you could bring it. I said, yay.
Yeah. All right. So let's give stuff away if it's time. What do you think, Seth?
I love it.
All right. let's do that. Okay. We're going to go to the wheel. We're going to go to the. I always forget what they're called. There's the super wheel, but the wheel before the chat wheel. The chat wheel is going to be first. If you came in here tonight, if you're new with us and don't know, when you chat and your name pops up on the screen, you are added to the chat wheel, which is right there, as you can see all those names on it. We're going to pick 4 winners off of this wheel. And then we are going to go to the super wheel. You might notice that people made donations on the right. You see in the chat on the right-hand side, it allows people to make donations to the show, which we are really grateful for because we have legacy projects here that we're always working on, and also the production of this show. And so we are very grateful for the donations that you give us for both those things. Thank you so much. You are on a separate wheel, so there's fewer names on it, and we will pick a winner to get the super prize. All right? So let's go ahead and do the chat wheel. I will pick 4 people. Are they 4 different? Okay, all the same. Okay, so I'll just pick the 4 people, and then I'll tell you for what you have won. Okay, here we go. Usually that's your cue to say, a new car. Not really.
Not lately.
All right, let's spin that wheel, Kyle. Let's do it. John Greer, you are wiener number 1. Let's go and see who else is a winner. Congratulations, John. Number 2 is another John Hustetler. It's so awesome. We have 2 Johns, if you will, tonight that have won so far. John Greer and John Hustetler, and the third one is Dawn. Is that Dawn Renta? I think it
believe
is.
So.
Dawn Renta, you're number 3, and number 4 is Frank Molina. Yes, Frank Molina. I always want to make sure I get your name right. So you are the 4th winner. So here we go. We have John, and Frank, and the third one was?
And the third one was, well, we had 2 Johns, we had a Frank, and we had Dawn Renta.
Dawn Renta. So the 4 of you, please write us at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and make sure that we have your, emails? Is gift certificates, okay?
Yes, so they can either choose, they can have a $25 gift certificate to the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store, which we have an array of fantastic memorabilia, everything from posters to things that were both from Debbie and Carrie's personal collections. Or you can also choose a $25 gift certificate to Cat Cosmetics, which is a fantastic cosmetics company run by Catherine Hickland.
Now, did you put up some new stuff?
But you know what? Let me
We're
just
putting
give.
it up this week.
Okay,
Yeah.
so explain what's happening.
Well, I was going to do that after the
Yeah,
next
let me
part.
just make sure everybody understands. So the 4 winners, you can either have a $25 gift certificate to the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store.com, or you can have a $25 gift certificate to catcosmetics.com, catcosmetics.com. It's my company. It's amazing stuff. I highly recommend if you go there to get the muscle gel or the moisturizer, which is because you could probably get it for your gift certificate because we're having a sale. So there you go. Go over there. But we need you to send us your emails, please. So you got to be in it to win it. Go ahead and send that to catandtoddlive@gmail.com. Now we are going into the super wheel. Now, I don't know why I get confused about this. Is this super wheel last week's or tonight's? It's last week's. Okay, so everyone that's on the super wheel that's coming up in a moment, you donated last week, and we thank you so much. If you donated tonight, you will be on next week's wheel, and here we go. So we're going to go to the super wheel right now. Hit it, Ryan. There. Okay, Frank.
A double winner.
I would
That's
go.
a first.
That's the first time it's ever happened. And Frank, I would
In
go
like 100 shows.
go buy a lottery ticket immediately because you are on such a winning streak.
On fire.
You're on fire. That is, and I think did he win something last week too?
I don't know.
He did. Yeah. So Frank, don't let this moment pass you. Go get a lottery ticket. Go get a lottery ticket. I've never seen this happen before. I've never seen somebody win 2 weeks in a row, and I've never seen anybody win 2 times in a night. So here you go. Frank,
He has won his choice of a Frank Worth print from the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store.
We could go to the close-up. Let me see. So if I go, wrong direction.
So the Frank Worth photographs, of course, are super popular because they are from the Frank Worth estate
Can you see the close-up camera
and
there,
are stamped
Buck?
with his. There you go. And now you'll get closer even still. I love these pictures.
All right, so that's choice number one.
Choice number
and
one,
these are
or-
stamped by the estate. You can see the
Yep.
little embossing there that says Frank Worth. And then choice number two would
Oh,
be
that's
the
beautiful.
Monroe piece. So you get kind of a choice. Is there a third one here or the two? Oh, I feel like there's a third. Okay, so Monroe is your second choice, and your third choice is mom, stepmom.
Okay, so there you
you
have
go.
it. Those. So
Three
you
choices.
decide which
Frank,
one you want.
Marilyn, or
And you write us at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and let us know which one of those that you want. And congratulations, those are absolutely beautiful. That'd be hard to pick from. I have a feeling.
it's
though.
also, you
I
know-
have a feeling he might go with Marilyn.
Well, but you know, it can be the beginning of your collection too if you want to collect these, because there are a handful of Marilyn Franks. We have a few of each of these. Not
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, I actually would love to find more of my mom because I know there were more of hers, but I only had that one.
Yeah. Well, we have had such a great time with you tonight, as we always do, and we kept the show, at an hour. It's just a little bit over, and that's so great because that's, the way that we have wanted it to be. Thank you very much for spending this time with us tonight. And we will see you next weekend. If you liked our show tonight, please like and subscribe it. Let people know that might be interested in this sort of thing. Let your friends know about us. We would love to have them too. And Seth, did you want to say something?
Yeah, so we have something really exciting happening next week because someone actually asked in the comments when our next live show is. And next Saturday, we're going to be doing something a little bit different than our normal live show because it's Black Friday. And so in honor of that and that happening, we have a lot of sales going on all of our platforms. We have a fantastic sale going on at catcosmetics.com. And then we're going to be having a really fun sale going on at the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store.com. And we have quite a few fantastic array of items going up from
Lots
Debbie's.
of new stuff.
Yeah, lots of new stuff from Debbie's collection, from Carrie's collection, from Todd's collection going up. And it'll all be on sale at a really lovely discount for you guys to have and own something of theirs. And on the side of that, next week's live show is actually going to be a live book signing show where we're going to be offering the opportunity for you guys to get Todd's book, My Girls, a hardcover first edition of that signed by him to you on camera.
Or for
And-
somebody for Christmas?
Correct, and for somebody for Christmas as well. And then we're also going to be offering some of Kat's memorabilia to get signed as well on the show. And we'll explain to you guys next Saturday how that's all going to go. It'll be a lot of fun, so come join us for that. And we also have something really interesting where we're going to be doing a live Zoom meet and greet where you can buy a package and actually be brought onto the show via Zoom. So that's going to be very exciting. And we'll be showing some stuff from the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store as well of what we're selling next week. We have some really high-end, really cool items, some stuff that some of you guys have been asking about. So come stay tuned.
So when is that? That's next
Saturday.
Next Saturday, which is that the day after Black Friday starts?
Correct.
So the sale will start on Black Friday, but we will be on live like we are now, and we'll talk about, while we're doing the autographs and stuff, we'll do show and tells of the things that are going to be for sale at discount Black Friday prices.
Well, in fact, Black Friday starts Friday and our show is on Saturday, so I don't.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it usually goes several days, right? It's not like you shut
Oh,
it down.
yeah, of course.
Well, no, the site will go live with some discounts on Friday,
Yeah.
next Friday. But then I'll be showing things
On Saturday.
also on Saturday. We have several brand new things we just unearthed. So there's new things. Lots
So
of new
the show
things.
is at the same time, 5 o'clock, right? Mm-hmm. You're not with us next Saturday?
No, I'll
or
be here.
You are, okay.
We need all hands on
All
deck.
hands
this
on
is going to
deck.
be a complex show.
I know it's going to be fun, though. So we're going to be on at the same time, which is 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and all the ones in between. And we will be I think it's going to be really fun. So people were saying, are you having a show Thanksgiving weekend? And indeed we are. Sunday I leave for Denver. Do you miss me yet? Do you?
Well, I actually was kind of hoping between the weather and the strikes that you wouldn't be able to go.
No, that's a horrible thing
No, I'm
to
just
say.
confessing. I just wanted to confess.
Okay.
That's what was going on in my head.
Confession.
I didn't mean it that seriously.
Yeah. Well, so I leave next Sunday, and I'll be gone for about 5 days. But we're going to LA for 2 days, and it's right after that. So we're not missing any shows. That's the good
Well,
news.
we'll have some live footage from the Thalian Ball.
Yeah, we're going to that. I've never been to the Thalian Ball. I'm really excited.
So we'll do a Thalian Ball videos. And
There'll be a lot of stars and fun people there. That'll be good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We love you. I mean, big love. We will see you next Saturday. I'll see you before then, though, because I'll be doing all kinds of shows, like makeover shows and things like that. It's going to be a fun week because of Black Friday sale coming. Radiance is back in stock. Whoop! All right, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.